Hello, it's Delusion Dispeller. I'm here to talk to you about DBT, or Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. This is a therapy created by Linehan quite a while ago, when she discovered that borderline patients were not as effectively treated with the typical cognitive behavioral therapy that teaches what you think controls how you feel and your actions. So she developed this to deal with some of the suicidal type thoughts that borderlines have, and some of the lack of regulation things that the borderlines go through. And it's a great method to help these people. So, symptoms of borderline disorder. Let's talk briefly about that. Anxiety, anger, there can be physical symptoms, depression, psychosis, all those types of things. What the DBT teaches is how to help the borderline break through some of these problems. It works with them in their drug habits, their addictions, their substance abuse problems. It works with them when they have problems with wanting to kill somebody else or kill themselves. It offers them a place to kind of vent their frustrations, but also examine their own behaviors objectively and learn new ways to cope with things. There are 4 steps to DBT. The first step is recognition. This is where they teach what I call mindfulness, and I think that's what they call it in DBT as well too. Becoming more mindful. In other words, more aware of the objective nature of what you're going through. What's really happening here is what they're teaching borderline. They teach them to be objective of their surroundings. What's going through your mind right now? What was going on around you when this happened? How did it make you feel? It causes them to look at themselves, which is something, not even just borderlines, but all of us need to do, is become more mindful and more in the present, I guess you could say. Some of us live too much in the past, and some of us live too much hoping for a better future, when really the only thing we have right now is our present time. So we need to make the best of that and see it objectively and realistically. The second thing that DBT does is teach perspective. What that means is they teach the borderline what is reality, what is really going on. This is what you think she said, and this is what you think she meant, and what her intentions were. But what is really happening here? Let's examine that. Gives them perspective and helps them step out of the situation and be able to see it from a whole new light, a light that's helpful and helps them process things more helpfully and with more balance. The third part of DBT is helping the borderline to make decisions. This means making the right choices for their life. Are they always going to get it right? No, none of us do. And obviously, then the borderline would need to learn coping skills when things don't go right, when they make a choice. It's all about risk-taking, really, in my opinion. That's the decision process. It's teaching the borderline to step out of the comfort zone, take that chance, say something after you've weighed it and considered it and thought about how the other person will react. Take the chance of saying it, but be prepared for the responses. I think all of that must come into the decision-making process with helping borderlines deal with their issues. The fourth part of DBT is action. What this teaches the borderline to do is what I just said. Taking that action that is consistent with what they're choosing to do. First they have to decide, well, what do I want to do in this situation? And then they have to decide, how am I going to implement this? What am I going to do to put this into practice? That's the action part of that. Okay. Borderline personality disorder therapy takes into account things that cause stress to the person with borderline personality, such as thoughts, feelings, things that they're, pondering, things that they're thinking of acting upon, and what the results might be, the reactions, the consequences. They also deal with their thoughts about themselves, their thoughts about their partner, as far as how intimate they're able to get with a love partner, their thoughts about achievement. Do they feel satisfied with their job, with their schooling, etc.? Stay tuned. I'm going to do some more on the next video. Hang in there. God bless you. Thanks for watching.